Today is all about inventory. So, the latest data, the numbers are showing that housing inventory continues to rise. But why does that matter? And what exactly does it mean for you if you're planning on buying or selling a home? Hi, this is Andrew with the S2 Real Estate Team here in Frisco, Texas. And we've been talking supply and demand for quite a while. So, housing inventory, we're basically talking about supply. We've talked a lot about pricing. Prices have been going up. And in order for there to be some sense of balance in the market, and in order to ease the pace of appreciation that we've been seeing, we need for there to be more supply. We've been chronically short. I've got a link below to the market report I did for May that covers this in great detail. Really go back and look at supply from a historical perspective to kind of put some, add some additional information to kind of help you make sense of it all. Coupled with supply, we've got demand. Now, right now, demand is still showing that it's pretty strong. Demand hasn't backed off as of yet, even though interest rates have increased. You are seeing maybe a little bit at the lowest end, the entry level buyers, but we haven't seen a great deal of diminishment, if you like. Is that even a word? We haven't seen demand diminish substantially just because interest rates have ticked up. But rising supply is something that we can all look forward to, and it's a really good thing. We've been waiting for it. It's good for the market. But what exactly does it mean, and how does it impact you? So I'm going to share my screen and just show you a couple of things here. So first and foremost, we've got a quote here from Danielle Hale. She's the chief economist of Realtor.com. And she's saying that the April data suggests a positive turn of events is on the horizon for weary buyers. There's a lot of buyer fatigue out there. People they're tired of writing multiple offers. They're tired of bidding wars and getting outbid. They don't want to deal with it anymore. And if these trends we're seeing now hold true, we could potentially see year over year inventory growth within the next few weeks. So again, a lot of the data that starts to come out that you see reported in the major media outlets, it's going to be sometimes a month or even 2 months old. That's why I partner with my friends at Altos Research. The data that I have and I report to you each and every week is updated weekly. So with that in mind, we can often see trends before they emerge or before they're reported in a lot of the mainstream media. And I'm going to show you at the end of this video exactly what I'm talking about with regards to that. But inventory is ticking up. Danielle says here within the next few weeks, we should see year over year inventory growth. I think we're going to see that this week. So I think that this year, we're actually going to surpass the level of inventory we had at this time last year. And that is a big deal. That's going to make it substantially easier for everybody. So take a look at this. This is just from March. This is when we started talking about the fact that there were signs that inventory was going up. So in March, you can see the bulk of the country is in light blue, right? The lighter blue color here indicates that inventory year over year, month over month, was still down, okay, when compared to previous. But look at this just going to April, right? So we've just come forward 1 month, and now look at this. Inventory in California up 12.5%. Texas here up 6.5%. Florida 7.9%. The only 3 places where inventory was still showing running behind was North Dakota, New Mexico, and Hawaii. So overall, you are seeing the inventory levels tick up. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important because if you're a buyer, it's going to mean that the market is going to start feeling like it's slowing down. You're suddenly going to be competing with less buyers. There aren't going to be as many bidding wars. You're not going to run into the multiple offer scenarios. You're going to have a little bit more time, and don't feel as though you're rushed. You've got to make a decision instantly. For sellers, what does it mean for you? Have you missed the peak of the market? No. Overall, home prices are still rising, but they're rising at a slower pace than they have in the past. And that is going to continue to settle down. We're not going to be seeing 20, 25, 28% year over year price appreciation. Again, check that link for my market report in the description below. I cover that in great detail. But you're also going to start to see more price reductions. Now, please don't misunderstand. The price reductions that you're seeing are not an indication that the overall market is going down. Those price reductions are taking place from sellers that were overly optimistic to begin with. They saw what a few homes in their neighborhood sold for, so they went and priced ahead of that with the belief that the market was going to catch up to that within just a couple of weeks or a month. And now all of a sudden they don't get 15 offers in the first weekend, and sellers are like, what's going on? And they're having to bring those prices down, that list price down, in order to get the property to go under contract. I'm going to share one more thing with you here. Okay, this right here, you may have seen these before. This is the market report. This is from Altos Research. Okay, and this is for Frisco, Texas. Now, as you can see here, we're still in an extremely strong seller's market. Think of this as like a speedometer, right? So pegged at 100, it's about as hot as you can get. But here's the things I want to point out. Okay, number one, price decreased. This is what I was just talking about. 18% of all the properties currently listed or that have been listed are now taking a price reduction. That has been steadily increasing, right? So if we look here, back in April, it was at 10%. Then we moved up to 13, 14, and here we are now at 18. Okay, that's not a lot. In this market in general, 30 to 35% of properties receiving a price reduction is fairly common. That's what we would expect under normal circumstances. That's going to vary for different markets around the country. But the fact that that's going up, you look here, back in February, it was only 6%. You can also see here that inventory has been steadily climbing. Not a lot, but it's been steadily climbing. So when I go down here, I'm going to look at the inventory overall. So I'm going to take the 90-day average off here and just look at the 7-day rolling average. Right here, you can see that inventory has been picking up fairly substantially since February. This pace of a new inventory right here is faster than what we saw during the exact same period last year. So this is the point where, right at the beginning, as Danielle said, we're probably going to start to see year over year inventory increase. We're going to surpass last year. Well, we've already kind of done that. Here we are at May 13th with 143. Now, there at May last year, May 21st, we were at 106. So here in Frisco, we've already passed that. But again, if you've got a specific city or zip code that you'd like to look at, right at the top of this report, and I've got a link to this actual report in the description below, you can put any city or zip code in the country right here, and then look at the information specific to the market that you're most interested in. Okay, so again, for sellers, you haven't missed the top of the market, but you're going to have to be a little bit more realistic on your pricing. You're going to have to realize that it's okay. You may not get 50 offers in the first weekend. The pace of showings could be a little bit slower, right? This is going to change from market to market to market. It's going to be very specific around the country. So buyers, again, if you've had fatigue and you've just been hanging on, hoping things would change, here you go. It's not dramatic, but it is the signs of a change. I do not see this leading to a crash. I do not see this leading something catastrophic. I do not see prices coming down, especially here in the Frisco market, based on the amount of people moving in and the amount of growth that's going on. But again, there could be pockets around the country where you are going to see things soften a little bit more than others. So again, hopefully this information helps. I will always keep you up to date. Go ahead and hit the bell icon right below and then subscribe to this channel to get updates like this each and every week. And as always, you can reach out to us. Give us a call at 469-296-5230 or send an email to contact@s2realestateteam.com.